A BMV house? I thought a BMV was a car. I didn't know you can have a BMV house. Let me explain. What's up, you guys? It's Daniel. So when people say BMV, they usually think about, oh, that's a German car. But here, or here and there, everywhere, BMV is also below market value. So what is below market value? So if we say that a house is worth 100,000 and you buy it for 90,000, then you buy it the below market value. It's not the sale price. If the sale sign says 100,000, it doesn't mean the sale that the market value is 100,000. That's just the agents or the owner that has put a price, and let's just see if it sells for that. The market value is actually the value on the market and in that area, or actually on that street. So in the area is quite a small area. So in your street and the street next to it. So when we think about, if you were to compare, so you look at 100 houses on 2 streets, maybe, or 3 streets, so within a quarter mile, the closer it is, the better it is. So it has to be within a quarter mile and look at similar properties. You can't look at a bungalow and a terraced house because it's not the same. And so if you look at all the prices, different prices of 90,000, this sold for 90,000 2 months ago, this one sold for 100,000 a few months ago, this one sold for 110, and this one sold for 80, and stuff like that. So the market value on that street would be around, I don't know, around 98 or 95, around that. So then if you see a house that's on for sale for 120, that is the same kind of house, the same type of house as the other ones, then you know that the market value is around 96. Let's just say 96, just to be fair. Then you want to buy it cheaper than that. Because if you pay more, then you pay over the market price. Well, yes, we know that the house prices go up through time. But again, if you want a good deal, you want to buy it below market value. And personally, I don't like people saying below market value, because what is the market value? How can you know the market value? The market value is figured out by the houses that are sold in that area, not in the whole area, but usually within a quarter mile or in that street. So they can check out if your house is for sale for 120,000, and they can see that 3 other houses on the street have sold for 100,000, 110, and 90. Then the market value would be 100. So your house is on for 120. It's usually too high. But if you sell your house, then for 120, then the market value goes up. But then again, if you buy a house on the street where the value is 100,000, and if you buy it for 80,000, then you pull the market value down. So what is the market value? That's exactly it. That's why I can't do my numbers on the market, because it always changes. So what do I think you should do before buying a house? Is you should definitely check the houses on the street, see what they sold for, but contact a surveyor, get the surveyor in to price it up. So ask the surveyor what needs to be done, how you can push the value up on the house, even though the market value, if you check the market value, or as they say, so if you check the houses sold on the street and you compare yours to that, you can push the value up higher than that. If you talk to the surveyor, so use the surveyor, get it in writing, so that when you refinance or when you get a mortgage, then you use the surveyor's writing and paper all to get through everything to get the numbers to stack up. And again, with buying below market value, you can get great deals, and there you can do great stuff with it. So you can even buy refurbished refinance. That's if you buy a house. So, well, just to get round figures. So we'll say that the market value in that place is 100,000 and you buy it. So it needs quite a refurb and you buy it for 70,000. That means you get 30% below market value. But you need to spend 10,000 on it. So you need maybe a new kitchen, new bathroom, and paint throughout, carpets, whatever. So let's say you spend 10,000 on it, so you actually bought the house for 80,000. And then you can refinance it with getting a mortgage on it. And then you can take all your money, 80,000, that you put in it, you can take that money out and get a mortgage on it. Because you have to pay 20% upfront when you get a mortgage, and that 20% you have got because you bought the market, because you bought the house below market value. So when you get a surveyor in, usually surveyors can come in for free. I recommend to get a surveyor before you buy the house. Get them in, ask them what needs to be done, do a walkthrough, get everything in writing. What would be the value of the house if you do what the surveyor says and everything. So I highly recommend that. But back to the mortgage. So when you do get the mortgage, then because when you get a mortgage on the house, you usually do get 80% of the mortgage. So how can you get a below market value house? I know I don't use that term myself. But how can I help you to find out what the value of the properties are in your area? So what I use Rightmove and Mouse Price. Is fairly simple. Just to go in, type the address, and that's it. You can see the other houses, what they sold for. And again, if Mouse Price or Rightmove says that the value in that area is around 100,000, then I do my numbers with 95,000 or 90,000. So it still has to work with a lower number, because if you buy the house and start doing refurbs, you have no idea if 3 other houses in the area get sold for 80,000, then that will pull the market value down. So that's why it's really important that you do your numbers right. Never buy a house on feelings. Always use your formula, use your sheets, and do your numbers right. And remember, the most important thing for you to do right now is to like this video, so help me out, and even subscribe to my channel. But back to seriousness, why would anybody sell a house to you if they know the house is worth 100,000? Why would they sell the property to you for 80,000? Well, there could be loads of reasons. Well, most of the most common ones is the loss of our loved ones, or if they had a divorce and they had to sell the house, or even if somebody got married, so they're moving into one house, so they just want to sell the other one. Or even if they're relocating, starting a new job, so they have to move and sell the house fast, then they everybody knows that to sell something quickly, they have to go a bit cheaper. So they sell it cheaper, and you help them out to buy it for that price that you agree on. And as we know, there are also a lot of people that are in financial difficulties. There always will be. And how can we help these people out is by how it works for us. If you buy a residential house, it can be different. But so we buy houses to rent out. So we buy investment houses. Then, of course, we know the numbers have to stack up so that we can use that money to buy one house and take the money out and buy the next one. So we want to recycle the money as soon as possible. And of course, as we know, with this illness spreading around, we know that it can be difficult if you buy a house now. If you check the market value, or if you compare the prices on the street now and you buy the house now, you have no idea what's going to happen in 6 months. So in 6 months, people can have sold the house for almost nothing, just to half the price of what they're used to. We have no idea. Or the price has doubled, so we have no idea if it goes up or down. It just stays the same. So when you do the pricing now, you have to be really careful because you have no idea where the market is going. So remember to do your numbers right. Again, I know I said it before, so remember to do them right. And even leave a bit of wiggle room. And if you do buy refurbished rent refinance, then remember to leave a bit of wiggle room again, and just be prepared to leave a bit of money in the deal. Usually we say there's always a bit of money in the deal. It's very rare that you get all of your money out. You can get most of your money out. Yes, that can be normal, but almost always you leave a bit of money in. When you do a refurb, it always costs more than you expect. It's very rare that you get it cheaper. That is a great surprise, but usually it goes the other way. When you pull out the carpet, you find something else that you weren't supposed to find, and well, that's just how it is. And that's why you have to, when you do the pricing up again, you do the numbers a bit higher than you expect, just to help you out and make the numbers stack up, to be safe. And as always, I'm Daniel. I hope you like this video, and see you next time.